What's up, everyone? It's Marion Wallace. We're restoring Ghettos Forgotten, and I'm here today with a short message entitled Loving a Black Woman Correctly. I'm not going to take long because I have a long, busy day, but I did feel that this topic was important and that we needed to discuss it. Boy, the stocks are dropping. Excuse me. But if you haven't done so already, please click and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Restoring Ghettos Forgotten Daughter. I am the authoress of Ghettos Forgotten Daughters. It's a testimonial about my life and how I made it through some of the most worst moments of my life. So it's encouraging. Make sure you cop that book if you haven't done so already. So I'll go ahead and get started. Have my little notes. I like to be organized. But this is entitled Loving a Black Woman Correctly. And first off, this is going out to the black men, of course, but I want to start off with saying that it's a consensus. It's a consensus that black women love black men. We have an admiration for our men. We need our men. We believe in you. We think you are a king. So this is not for me to put down or bring to shame or anything negative. This is for me to enlighten some men and maybe even some women on how our relationships or our friendships should thrive and prosper. And how we do that and how we have long, meaningful relationships is everybody have to come correct. Especially at the beginning, we need to be honest about where we are as people in order for things to thrive and grow and be sustaining. So we have to be open and honest about that. So I'll go ahead and get started. I just made a few notes, but the biggest thing is motives. Are your motives pure? You know, what is it that you want out of the relationship or the friendship or whatever it's going to be? Are your motives pure? Are they clear? Does the other person know about your motives? That's something that we need to get better at, because I think you'll have these two people trying to come together and they're both on different playing fields, because one person may be in genuinely wanting love, commitment, and all this, and the other one may just be playing the field. And so you never kind of come together and unite because somebody's not honest, or maybe both people aren't honest about where they are. And I think we need to be more open about that. So our motives, are they pure? And it's not just going towards men. There's women out there with I'm not gonna say bad motives, because I wouldn't call somebody wants, needs, and desires bad, but I think we just need to be a little bit more honest as women with ourselves. First of all, what we need and want and all these things, and communicate that effectively to our partners or people that we're interested in, so that they can know where we're coming from. I think some of us women do a really bad job at it, and we need to get better. But this is going out to the men. I think we all need to be honest about our motives, about being in a relationship, partnership, friendship, or whatever we're going to be doing together. I think it needs to be laid out, and give that person an opportunity to decide if that's something they really want to do or not. But don't just kind of force it in on them. And what I mean by forcing it in on them is like pretending to be somebody you're not, just to keep the other person appeased or keep them in your good favor. Don't do that. Be who you are. As rough, as valid, as strong as you are. Be who you are to that person, so that they can see you for who you are. And if they stay and they're there for the duration, then that's your person, or that person is meant, to be in your life at that particular time. And so, but if you pretend to be someone you're not, once the relationship progresses and you finally kind of let your guard down and you just be who you want to be, they're looking at you like, who the hell is this person? This is not the person I signed up for. This is not the person that I gave my heart to. This is not the person that I wanted to, I wanted to spend the rest of my life with this person. This is not the person. And so it feels like it's a big charade, or somebody's been quote unquote catfished. It's like you catfish. We have to stop catfishing people, especially into marriages, but even in our relationships or our friendships. We have to be who we are and let the other person decide if who you are matches or merges with who they are, if it complements who the other person is. We need to complement each other, not take from each other, but we always need to be replenishing the relationships. And when we have a reciprocating relationship, then one person don't feel slighted one way or another. It's a give and take type of thing. So that's one of my notes that I made about just being who you are. And I'll bring a prime example. One of my childhood friends, her name is Kim, or her name was, rest in heaven, Kimberly Steptoe. But we met in the ghettos of Houston, Texas, Studewood, Texas. And that girl was as rough as she needed to be. She was raw. She didn't hold no punches. She said whatever she wanted to say. And she was real. And I loved her for it, because I always knew who this person was. I always could depend on who this person was. I could trust who this person was, because she didn't feel the need to pretend to be somebody she wasn't. Therefore, I connected to her and I grew a sisterhood with her, and I loved her. I loved her like my little sister, and I even protected her and covered her the best that I could. But I'm saying that just to mention, most people, and I'm one of them, I cannot relate to people that won't be themselves. I cannot trust you, and I cannot relate to you. And if I find out that you've been pretending with me, it's a done deal, because that's how I build trust. As a person that has experienced traumatic events in my life, and the very people that was supposed to cover and protect me didn't do that, I had developed a deficiency in that area. And so I had to learn how to protect myself from people that didn't mean me well. And so how I did that is that you have to honestly build trust with me. I'm not going to say you have to earn it, but you have to build it. Be who you say you are. That's basically all I need. Like I say, as rough and raw as you are, if you being you, baby, I can love you. We can be in a relationship. We can be in a friendship. We're good, because I trust you. I trust you to be who I know you are. You get what I'm saying here? So that's how I feel. As you know, men and women, we need to operate in a spirit of clarity. We need to operate in a spirit of truth, and just operate in a spirit of self-worth, self-acknowledgement, and just loving the person that you are, and being unafraid and unapologetic about the person that you are. And you're going to attract people like-minded, like-spirited. That energy is going to attract, so you don't have to worry about having the wrong people around you. But many of you have the wrong people around you because you're pretending to be, I hate when I get alerts, it's very distracting. You're pretending to be somebody you're not. So you're attracting these people that you really don't even belong around, but you have to be real about who you really are. So I hope I explained that well. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with my little notes anyway, but I just wanted to bring that up because I see so many marriages and friendships and relationships ending, and they die prematurely because we're not really coming to it forefront and upcoming in what we desire to get out of the relationship or friendship. And this even goes for platonic relationships. If, like, say for instance, if I meet a girl, not a girl, but if I meet a woman and we're doing this thing and I'm like, I'm into it for sisterhood, like, because I don't have sisters, and I'm into it for sisterhood, and I'm like, okay, this person is really cool. She seems like she has a strong foundation. She loves the Lord. She's honest. She's smart and all these things. And I said, okay, I think we can be really cool. But if you coming to me and you're pretending that you're that way, but you're really another way, eventually I'm going to see that other way, and our friendship is not going to last. Versus if you come to me and say, hey girlie, I see you doing your thing. We need to brainstorm. I need you to give me some ideas, and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then let me decide if I want to nurture that partnership, because I'm going to see it as, okay, something she needs from me. Allow me to decide if that's the kind of partner friendship I really want. But be genuine about it, because if we go in as a sisterhood, if I'm thinking, okay, this could be a sister for me, I'm really big about friendship friendships with women because I don't have any sisters. So if I'm going in thinking, oh, this is my girl, you know, I finally got a sister, we can kick it, we can be honest with each other, we can be real, we can be supportive, and then I find out it was all a game or you were just trying to get something from me, then that's going to change the dynamic of our friendship. And that's why I say just be real up front, be open about what you want from that person or that situation, and just let it flow. Because whoever's meant to stay in your life, they're going to stay with who you are at this very moment. If you never change, as long as you're real and honest, that person 9 times out of 10 is going to be solid, because they're going to be like, I know who that person is. That person is not pretending. I take them as they are. And with all that being said, there's some personal things I want to share, but I don't think I'm going to share just yet. But it played a big role on how our relationship ended, was how we began. It's very important. How you begin is normally how you end. And that's why everybody have to be clear about their motives or what they desire out of the relationship or friendship. And not for everybody, because a lot of people could care less about authentically connecting to another person. They're just out to get what they want to get. It really doesn't matter. Those people are not my people. I'm very loving, considerate, and encouraging, and everybody I know I try to pour into. And I don't want anybody around me that's pretending or being somebody they're not, and they're just selfish and they're greedy and they have malicious behavior. Those are not my people. I don't want them around me. So, but there are people out there like that. So I said all that to say, just be really careful who you share your energy with, who you pour into. Make sure your motives are clean. Or, you know, what I mean by clean is that clean for one person may not be clean for another person. But as long as you are who you are, to me, your motives are clean. Like if you come to me and say, hey, I like you, but this is what I'm going to need you to accept from me. And I say, okay, that person's motives is clean because she or he has already told me what they desire from me. And so therefore, if I wish to do this, their motives are clean. But if you come at me in a way that you think I want you to come at me, and that's not what you really want, then your motives aren't clean. And that's the reason why friendships and relationships break off so quickly, is because we're not being real about who we are. Just be real about who you are. It doesn't matter. Nobody can judge you. Nobody but God. None of us are perfect. But just make sure you're being real and authentic with the people around you. And therefore, you're going to connect to the people with similar traits and attributes, and you don't have to worry about pretending. Just be who you are. And I'm almost done, but I wanted to say that I already, before I just moved recently, absolutely love the area I'm in. I'm meeting some really grounded, God-fearing, loving women, and we're encouraging, and we promote the successful mindset, and we share with each other. We're not all trying to just be like, oh no, I can't tell you my secrets. Oh no. We actually share with each other, trying to build each other up and not tear each other down. But since I moved, I met a lot of women, like-minded women, and I have been praying for women like this. Not that I don't have a couple, because I've always had a couple that I love and cherish dearly, but I didn't have a wide range of them, or I didn't feel like a lot of them. But when I prayed about it, because like I say, sisterhood has always been important to me. I prayed about, and I say, Lord, just bring me people that are like-minded. And I've been praying that prayer for years, and I didn't get my prayer answered until I made a change and decided to take charge of my own life. And I moved away from what I was comfortable with, away from what I knew, the security that I had. I moved away. I had faith, and I moved away because it was time for me to elevate. I'm going somewhere here. So it wasn't until I put my faith in action and I moved that I met these great women. And so I'm speaking to somebody today. If it's something you've been asking God for, but for some reason you're stuck in your current situation and you're scared to move forward, You're going to always be in that stagnation, that stagnant mode, to where you're like, man, I really want this. I really want to do this. But you're stuck because you won't take that walk of faith so you can go to your next level. You're going to forever be stuck. You have to make that move. And I'm talking to women and men. It's scary. I know it's scary and you don't know what's going to happen. But so the hell what? Life is so short and it's so precious. Why spend it in regrets? At this point and stage in my life, I'm living my life with no regrets. I'm living my life to celebrate my mother, which is gone, and my grandmother, which is gone. Those two great women sacrificed so much for so many people that they left themselves empty. And they didn't do much for themselves. And they always had, and if they did do something for themselves, they took on the mindset of guilt. Like maybe they shouldn't have been. I am not in that mindset. I'm celebrating their lives and I am being true to myself unapologetically. And it's not going to make sense to a lot of people, and a lot of people may not appreciate it, but that's the stage that I'm in my life. And that's the stage I think everybody should be in. We should walk in our truth and what we want for ourselves. And if it doesn't compliment someone else, then it just doesn't. You just move on with your life. But I'm always going to be open and honest about where I am. I think that anybody that knows me you'll always know where I am. You won't have to doubt where I am. You'll always know, because I love to communicate where I am so people can deal with me. Just reciprocate that energy. Always let me know where you are. You'll always know where I am. So I'm done with that. But I said all that, black men loving the black woman correctly. We need you to just come correct. Be real about who you are. Be honest about who you are. Then you allow the other person to determine if that's a fit for them or not. But don't, there's a word I'm missing. Don't deny them the right to know the real you. Because once they do get to know the real you, guess what? That may not be what they signed up for. And then it's all a tragedy, because we are not building strong, meaningful, long-lasting relationships. Therefore, we're not building strong foundations for our children, for their future. So I'm done with that. I like always, I want to say, always keep God first. Love yourself, love others, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.